Welcome back, listeners, to Wezesha Vijana podcast. We are a podcast that is dedicating to supporting young people as they navigate through today's job market. I am your host, Irene. I'm a youth employment specialist, and I am joined by
Sharon Amuya, a communication specialist in the humanitarian sector.
So we have a very exciting session today where we're going to discuss on the importance of soft skills and values for the workplace and also for the business place. But before we start, I'd like to share with you a letter that I wrote to my younger self just to give out the importance of this particular topic that we're talking about. So let me read the letter, Sharon. It says, "Dear Irene, I know you're very excited today. It's your graduation day. But as you embark on this journey of the world of work, I want to share with you very invaluable advice I wish I had known if I was walking in your shoes. It's about something that is overlooked, something that we do not give importance to, yet it is very, very crucial to our success. You know that certificate in which you're holding right now?
Yes.
That certificate is important, however, it does not set you apart in your career journey. So, dear Irene, technical training, technical skills will put your foot in the door, but it will not ensure that you stay in the room. Soft skills will do exactly that."
Wow, that's such an amazing story, Irene. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
And you're very right by saying soft skills and values are what make the difference in today's world. And today we're joined by a very special guest. So allow me to introduce Daria Wamira. Daria is a seasoned young professional making waves in the field of youth development. She is a senior program officer at Zizi Afrique Foundation, where she spearheads a youth development program with a remarkable dedication to empowering young people. So Daria is not only a mentor, but an advocate and a strategic thinker committed to shaping policies and programs that ensure the holistic growth of our youth. So Daria, we're truly honored to have you with us today. And we can't wait to delve deeper into the insights and experiences in the field of youth development. Karibu sana, Daria.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, Beria,
Yes.
I would like to start off by just understanding from your own personal example, how has soft skills and values impacted in your life,
Yeah.
especially as a young person?
Thank you so much, Irene, for asking me that question. Wow, my journey starts at Zizi Afrique, actually, where I began in 2018. I was called in for a procurement role, procurement officer role. And they were starting out a procurement department. So I was very honest. That is one of the values that I came in with. I was very honest. When they asked me questions, I was very honest to say that I either know or I do not know an aspect of the job description they were asking for. And luckily, I was picked for the role. And one of the things I kept very passionate about is transparency. I was very transparent during my tenure as a procurement officer to ensure that every procedure in procurement was done right, very open, and I engaged the right people to ensure that integrity also was part of the thing that I emphasized the most. Eventually, over time, because of growth, and I also wanted to venture into other areas, and I was a very key team player also in the workspace. I think my seniors saw my potential, and I later grew to the youth space, where now I got into the program work, where I'm working currently as a senior program officer, and I'm enjoying it. And it's through those soft skills and values that have gotten me to where I am today. It is through teamwork, collaboration, transparency, integrity, and honesty. And I emphasize on that a lot because it is what has made me to be where I am today, as I've said. So those are key soft skills and values that every youth, I emphasize, should have to the world of work.
I mean, procurement officer and transparency and honesty.
Yeah.
Those two things that do not come or go along together in this Kenya.
Yes.
And it's so evident that those skills are what set us apart
Yes.
from different employees within the sector. So we'd like to know more about these soft skills. What are they really?
Yeah.
What do employers value the most in terms of the soft skills?
Absolutely. So soft skills and values are integral, and especially in the TVET space. They complement the expertise that is being taught in the TVET institutions. So they come in very key in the place of work. And just to mention, the soft skills are these skills that you're actually able to learn. They're transferable. These are skills like communication skills. Are you able to communicate? Other than you being trained on plumbing or on electrical, are you able to communicate in the world of work? Are you able to express yourself on what you're working on while you're in the job market? For instance, problem solving also. Are you also be that person who can give solutions? Vijana wengi siku hizi unapata vijana wanataka tu kukuja wafanye kitu haraka but hawakwambii ni nini wanafanya. So that communication and that being able to solve a problem that has been there is very key. So the soft skills come in very key and integral to complementing the hands-on skills that are being taught in the TVET space. So I really recommend, and I'm happy that even we have a government that is quite key on ensuring the curriculum has also focused on the skills, on the soft skills, being part and parcel of the curriculum that is being taught in the TVET institutions.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is very clear.
Sure.
How soft skills are integral to the lives of young people.
Yes.
But where does values come in and how do they fit? What exactly are we talking about when we speak about values?
Yeah. So many people will confuse values and soft skills, but I want to say that values come in handy because these are behavioral skills for decision making. These include, of course, integrity, accountability, respect, and many others. So like you will find that as much as the trainees or the youth are going to the world of work, one needs to be trusted. Because nikikuja hapa leo unanifixia bulb kwangu kwa nyumba, I need to be able to trust you that I can leave to go to another room inside my house and feel safe and also feel secure in my own home. Sitapata kitu imepotea. So these are non-transferable skills that are very key also to be taught to the persons who are transitioning for the place of work. And ni vizuri sana vijana wajue kama hazifunzwi shule, pia get a mentor or get someone else who is also ana depict your honesty. Unaona mtu unamuadmire, unasema huyu mtu kweli ako very much accountable. Because those are the skills on top of your technical skills that employers are looking for. So as much as I've spoken about integrity, honesty, accountability, and respect, it's very key for you to own up to those. Because in a workplace, unataka ukwe respected pia. Unajua, ukienda place yenye kuna watu wengi, there's a level at which there needs to be respect in it. Kama kwetu, for instance, let me just give an example. Zizi Afrique, one of the values is on respect. We respect each other because that's something that is very key. When you respect one another, when you are able to be accountable to one another, because we are working towards a similar goal. So kama huyu plumber anakuja kwako, it's very good ako accountable. Nimetumia hizi materials, kiwango hiki, being also that honest is very important. Na hiyo ndio itanifanya pia ni kurecommend kwa mtu mwingine na pia job iendelee hivyo hivyo.
I mean, umeongea kitu very important about having you being honest with what I am able to give to you.
Sure.
Because we see a lot of young people, especially working their for workplace, kama New York carpenter, socket ya 1,000 and anachukua socket ya 200 bob.
Yes.
Then he charges you the same price as the 1,000 bob. And then 1 week later,
Mm.
you start experiencing the same breakdown of the same socket and you umetoka tu ku replace. Actually, the best example is shower heads.
Yeah.
Shower heads.
Yes.
Shower heads. Yani umetoka tu ku replace last week.
Mm-hmm.
Umenunuliwa ingine na the electrician. Alafu you back to the same problem.
Yeah.
But you find most electricians when they are able to give you value for your money and they're honest, they will always get recommendations after recommendations.
True. Mm.
Yeah, and I feel like it's very important to be accountable to your own actions.
Yes.
And values stem from within.
Mm. Mm.
And I want to ask Daria, I want to put myself in the shoes of a TVET student. I've done my part. I've worked on my communication skills. I have values that I know I can be able to, impact
Yes.
my future job.
Yes.
I want to know, how will I be able to use these skills and values to land me my next job?
Yeah. I think one of the things now that TVET is keen on training is on soft skills and values. And I'm happy some have quite embraced that as even a course on its own. So, and the other bit that they have also incorporated is to have mentors within the institutions, so that now these mentors are also able to walk with you to the place of work, to also train you on how you can package yourself as you look out for jobs. And also some of the organizations that are, or some of the industries, the Joakali or so, they also walk with you so that at least you're able to portray your skills. Because some of these opportunities zenye ma youth sana sana wanakosa, wanasema hakuna opportunities nini, but wakijaribu kuwork with a mentor, at least mentor anaweza waonyesha hii ndio njia, huyu ndio mnaweza walk naye akufunze about plumbing, hii skill ama umelan, hii soft skill umelan ama values, this is the direction to go. Also there utapata kuna industries zenye zina embrace skills development sana na zimeweza ku empower. So some of those places are the places that these trainees should go to and look out for jobs and opportunities. And also volunteerism, because also as you're volunteering, you're also learning to work with people. I know my youth sana tunataka vitu za kulipwa, but can we start somewhere? Because one of the things I've realized with youth these days, they want quick money, but it's a journey, it's a process. Start by volunteering perhaps. Showcase your skill. Showcase these values. Someone will notice in the place of work and certainly will give you a job. So there are so many opportunities. What I would urge is that the youth should be very proactive and be out there and work with a mentor. Is very, very important. I am where I am because I have a career mentor who mentors me on monthly basis to work with me in the journey, because as much as I'm a professional as well, I also need to be mentored. Someone aone, hey Berry, hapa communication skills zako hazijakuwa mzuri, can you improve here and there? So we all need mentors to work with us and to be able to thrive for the place of work.
I like the point where you mentioned about volunteering and engaging in spaces where you can be able to learn.
Yeah.
Because obviously nobody came into the place of work, I'm a business akiwa najua my experience.
Yeah.
Everybody started from somewhere.
Kweli.
But also starting out somewhere inakusaidia ujue certain workplace rules and norms.
Kweli.
For example, a lot of young people when they get into either a job, unakuta a meeting is set at 8, yanafika 8:30 after boss wako ameshaka chini.
Yeah.
And you are the intern.
Yes.
Imagine. Like it's these things that will be able to help you to improve.
Yeah.
And to learn and also to adapt to the changing environment.
Very true.
Within the business space also you can be able, for example, to seek out people in your community who have excelled before.
Yes.
And they can be able to show you how things are done.
Very true.
Yeah. And but one of the complaints I find a lot of employers having is despite having our wenye wanafunza within the TVETs on these soft skills, where is it wakifika kwa workplace, portray the same skills yenye walisomeshwa in school, and they were even examined, and there's need now for the employers
to retrain
on the same things. Where are we going wrong within our TVETs? Ni curriculum haitoshi ama ni nini?
Yeah. Thanks so much, Irene, for that question. It's quite a broad question, but how I want to answer it is in one way. Some of the institutions are doing quite well on door training. On door training meaning they are half the time in school and half the time in the job place. So you find they have 3 months training in school and 3 months in the place of work, and like that, and vice versa. So this student is able to practice effectively on what they are learning and actually practicing it in the job place. But then kuna wale students, or kuna wale, institutions, a course will run for 2 years or a course will run for a full year without you having been in the workplace. Now, niambia Irene, will that student really relate with the workplace? Because things are evolving. It's a very dynamic workspace where you're finding that so many things are changing day by day. What is now today, tomorrow I may decide to choose a different version of the same item. So for me, I would encourage so much that the institutions also work together hand in hand with the industry so that the students are able to get hands-on experience, and these technical skills go hand in hand with the soft skills and the values. That way, huyu mwanafunzi kama anakuja for practice for plumbing, for instance, at least anaweza showcase kazi yake pia on soft skills in the same area. So for me, I would feel that the industry needs to work very closely and give support to the institutions so that they too are working together concurrently to see that the trainee is well and holistically shaped for the world of work. And that's why through probably the whole youth development, you're able to nurture this youth in a very holistic way. Not just technical, like you said, but also looking at the soft skills and communication. So it's a holistic feature of this student in the industry and also in the institution. Yeah.
But in as much as the institutions are being accountable to doing their part to train the students in soft skills and also imparting their values, do you feel like the youth are taking this seriously? Are they really invested in building their soft skills? Ama wanacheza tu bora tumepata job uko sawa?
Yeah, I think the youth dynamic has changed, but I'm happy that we have the bigger percentage embracing soft skills and values as very key to them getting jobs. And that's why you will find there's a place under the CV writing where they asked, what are the skills you have? They will include soft skills and values because they know that is the part the employer is looking for. We know you can do electrical, we know you can do plumbing or food and beverage, but also can you communicate? Do you have interpersonal skills? Because you will come to work with people. Do you have accountability skills? Collaboration, problem solving, So those are the issues that this youth need to put in their CVs. And right now, I'm happy to see some of even the people we have in our office who do various tasks at work. They're able to actually articulate those soft skills and values in their CV, and also even showcase them as they're working. So it's progressive, and I would say that TVET has come far, has come from far, and I'm happy that there's a lot of progress, even with the TVET graduates as we speak right now. Most of them are transitioning to Jua Kali sector, which is quite thriving as we speak. Other than informal, and also many have also gotten themselves to do mobile jobs, so that also they're not waiting for employment anyway. There are those who can employ themselves. They're quite vast in the area. So yeah, I think there's good progress.
And I like how you mentioned about the diverse pathways in which young people are moving into.
Yeah.
And maybe kuna kijana hapo who is thinking that for me, mimi nataka kuingia kwa biashara. So from a practical angle of a young person in engaging in a business, how can they be able to employ soft skills and values in their workplace?
Yeah. Thank you. That's a very important question because vijana, as much as wanataka kujiemploy, I find it to be the most important is having soft skills and values. As much as you can repair my laptop, as much as you can repair my sink at home, I need to be able to trust you, because it is through that trust, honesty, it is through that interpersonal skill that I'll be able to recommend you to someone else, because it's a chain. If I have a good plumber right now, I will recommend them to the next house or to the next friend. So for me, the soft skills and values are very critical, especially to the person who wants to be self-employed. I feel that is actually what will give you the upper hand in the job market. And even as you're scouting for jobs or as you're scouting for self-employment. So I feel that is quite critical, and that will complement what you already have as in the technical space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah.
Okay, Beria, and do you have any final thoughts for us, for the youth who are watching us or who are listening to us in terms of soft skills and values? Do you have any advice that you can give us that we can be able to use when we're looking for a job, or if you want to start a business, how can you be able to help us?
Yeah. Thank you so much for that question. Giving my own story, I think for me, one thing that has led me to the growth that I have experienced over the years in the youth and the TVET space, and also in my development world, is the fact that soft skills and values have really contributed highly to the level of professional growth and also social growth I've been able to achieve. I'm able to express myself. And I know this is where the young people sometimes struggle. But as earlier said, if you can look for a mentor to coach you or even to walk with you, you can really go far. In terms of transparency, in terms of integrity, try have such values. Whether they are seen or unseen, try as much as possible to have them within you. It is not too much to ask. Because sometimes you may want to show me that I can trust you, but sometimes maybe chini ya maji utakuwa unajificha kufanya vitu zingine. Can it be done in a very honest way? Accountability. If you're told to go out in the field or have asked you to buy a bulb of 100 or 200, be accountable to return the change, Sometimes maybe the employer or even it may be unnoticeable, but in the long run, that will really, really profit you and also propel you for the job market. So for me, it's encouraging the young people to be a bit patient, to learn on these soft skills and values, and to be able to push themselves and wajitume. Because as much as youth watasema hakuna job, kuna kazi. Ni wajitume. For instance, let me give a very good example. A food and beverage student, you have so much skills in you. You can bake cakes, you can package those nice omelets or even eggs or even something and go sell to your friends or even in the market nearby so that you get money. Sometimes you don't have to wait to be employed, A plumber, for instance, every house as we speak right now, sometimes you will find that a majority of the houses we stay in have an issue with either the sink, the wash area, or something. Can you try as much as possible, knock those doors if you have to? So for me, what I would want to encourage the young person is that don't feel discouraged. Learn on those soft skills and be able to communicate better. Be a problem solver, and you will find yourself scaling up to the job place quite easily. Yeah.
I think hapo you have said very important points, lakini ile kitu nita emphasize hapo kwa kurudisha change. Vijana wengi wamekula nje.
Wanafaa kurudisha change.
Actually, sometimes if Then the person who you are expecting them, for example, to employ you or to give you that business deal,
Yeah.
they're just observing you.
Very
the
true.
little things that they give you.
Yeah.
So yeah, amekutuma uende ubuy kitu and it's just 200 bob. Na umemwitisha for example 100k ya
Yeah.
biashara. What they're doing is they're just trying to see if you can be trusted with very little money.
Very
And
true.
sasa wewe kama kijana, if that 200 bob ndo inakufanya 10K, do you think they will trust you with that 100k that you are
No.
asking them? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, these are the things that we need to very much take into consideration. These values and these soft skills.
Yeah.
Exactly, Irene. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. You know, you want to keep that client coming back. You know, you might be the best electrician within your estate, lakini hakuna mtu anakujua because you don't know how to market yourself.
Yeah.
So exactly, you need to really invest on your soft skills and impart those values wherever you go. And I think that wraps up our conversation for today.
Yeah.
I really like to thank you so much, Beria, for being our guest speaker today.
Thank you for having me. It was also a learning as well, and I'm happy to share my insights and my experience with the young people who we really want to propel to greater heights. So yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and to our viewers and our listeners, we'd like you to share your views with us. Can you just, drop in a comment in our, in our social media pages, tell us, has these skills and values been able to help you land your, best job out there? Has it been able to grow your business from zero to where you are right now? We'd like to hear more from you. And we'd also like to remind you that CRS and Safaricom Foundation are partnering together to launch a TVET program called the Wezesha Vijana program. So we will be able to brief you more on what is going on within this project. If you're able to, if you want to learn more about this, just follow us on our social media channels. And I really will be able to...
Yes, Sharon, you can continue engaging in us. Please share your story on your personal journey, especially whether you've landed a job, whether you've gotten a business deal, or any other connection that you got by utilizing your soft skills or your values that was able to give you that connection. You can follow us or continue the conversation through our organization page that is at CRS Kenya on X, or you can also follow the conversation using our hashtag TVET Skills in Lipa. We can also follow the Wezesha Vijana program on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on X as well. You can also reach out to Beria with questions or comments on the topics that she has shared through the social media handles.
Yes, you can reach us through Zizi Afrique Foundation on LinkedIn, and also on X or Twitter, we are at Zizi Afrique. Also, you can do the hashtag FormNitivet because FormNitivet. And also, if you want to reach me, you can also reach me through LinkedIn. I am Beria Wawira. Thank you.
Yeah, FormNitivet. For those who are joining us today, you can go back to our previous episodes and get to learn about the Wezesha Vijana podcast. I've been your host, Irene, and I've been joined by
Sharon Amir
and Beria Wawira.
So until next time, see you on the next episode. Bye.